Hi there, welcome to the ATS podcast with me, Will Brown, and John Soulsby, where we break down chunks of health and fitness information into bite sized pieces, remove a bunch of the noise, and just leave what's relevant. Today we're on episode 16 of season 3, and we're talking about the impact of sleep on athletic performance.
Yeah.
Massive would be my single sentence, single word summary.
Yeah. Probably, I would say, even still, the most underrated thing you can do for your performance.
Yeah, genuinely the closest thing to PEDs you get without taking
Like,
PEDs.
I, I'm still surprised at how little sleep American college athletes get. Like, the
Mm,
other ones are different, but like they seem to min max literally everything apart from they're like, nah, but you have to get up at 5 in the morning to practice, and then
yeah,
you've got weight training in the evening. You're like, what are you doing though?
yeah, just let
Boys,
a man
boys need
sleep.
sleep. Like, they'd be far better. Anyway, yeah. Uh, I suppose yeah. If you sleep more, sleep as much as you can, nap when you can, but real life gets in the way of that one. So, um,
Yeah,
if we're talking quality rather than so, if someone only has say 7 hours to sleep because job, kids, everything else that goes on,
mm,
um, it's like how can we improve that? There's some pretty simple ones like you'll have to correct me if I get the times wrong, but things like not having any screens an hour before bed. I think it's an hour.
yeah. That like
Yeah.
any like really just trying to get the screens away from you pre-bed is ideal, and not just like in bed with phone in face, then put phone away. That doesn't count.
Yeah.
Like whilst you're kind of winding down.
Um, or like absolute bare minimum is try and have a blue light filter turn on at a certain point in time.
Yeah, that helps. Blue
It's
light
like if you
filter.
can't do get away from your screen or don't want to, try and get a blue light filter on something.
Yep.
Um, because
Flux
that'll
is
make
quite
it
a good one for the
yeah.
computer. Like f.lux is a little add-on that you can.
Um, yeah, reading a book. Kindle's close. I know it's still a screen, but their screens are at least like I'm pretty sure they're completely blue light filtered. Are they?
I don't know.
I can't remember, but an actual physical book, paper,
Yeah, way better.
um, way better. If you want to get really into it by candlelight, but like that's a bit hard.
Yeah, that's
um,
quite hard. Also, remember put your candles out before you go to sleep.
yeah,
Nobody wants to burn down.
um, that's like quite a big one. Just yeah, the screen thing like really like screws with your circadian rhythm and getting to sleep. Um,
Yeah. Mm, quite enjoy. Eye masks are quite handy, especially if
yep.
it's the summertime now. So light it can start being light kind of early. You don't want to wake up at like 5 a.m. or whenever the sun comes up. Like you want to get your sleeping into like 7 or something.
Yep.
Eye mask is handy. Loop earplugs are quite good.
Yep.
You get set specifically
Um,
for sleeping. They sit pretty flush in your ear, so you don't have to worry about like side lying on them.
um, yeah, I've heard lots of good things about them. Um, uh, that's the main ones, really, isn't it? I can't. Obviously, if you have like actual um, sleep issues, you need to see someone about them. Neither of us are doctors or anything like that, but those are some basic ones that you can really heavily improve your quality of your sleep without having to do too much.
Hmm.
Um,
Yeah, you wanna really kind of max it out. As much as like we said about the nap thing, but ain't nobody got time for that. The like, if you are going towards any kind of competitive event or any kind of event that you're training really hard for, the period pre-event where your training is kind of hardest is a good time to really try to add some extra sleep in. Like you can kind of make it up. of like catching up with some sleep and really trying to focus on your recovery when training is extra hard. What other ones are quite good? Yeah, just working on your ability to relax. Like a lot of folks in the day and age are very kind of highly strung, anxious beings,
Yeah.
and working on the old relaxation. I think that's why so much of that stuff is fucking popular, like Headspace and yoga and fucking weird candles and all that kind of stuff. Just finding something that you know can help you relax is important.
Yeah.
Because extra sleep will be significant. I don't think there's almost no other kind of factor on athletic performance that matters more, given that if you restrict it enough, you'll probably die. So you definitely need it if you not only want to survive, but you want to thrive in a physical performance capacity or mental performance capacity. Like, I
Yeah.
don't know, if you're trying to like, yeah, if you're prepping for a chess tournament, making sure you sleep properly is going to be way more useful to you than staying up late just like blindly looking at positions and puzzles and structures to be like to the point where you are just like not even taking on any information at all. Same with exams actually.
Hmm.
Like there gets to a point in revision or like studying for anything where you're just looking at words, like nothing is going in. You're just like anxiously staring at pages of things you're meant to know.
And actually, interestingly, sleep is like amazing for remembering thing. Like your brain works whilst you're sleeping and catalogs what you've learned in a day
Mm,
and will help you remember it. So actually, doing more and sleeping less is like almost the worst thing you can do
yeah, it's like
because you'll
counterintuitive.
yeah, well you'll also forget what you did at the start of the day that you did remember
Mm,
because your brain's not had a chance to like store. I think it was like a good analogy, the Why We Sleep book. If anyone wants more about sleep, that book's amazing. But he was like, it's like the difference between your computer having like it has its essentially short term and long term memory of like you do a bunch of stuff during the day and your computer kind of knows about it, but when you shut it down, it kind of deletes loads of it,
mm.
unless you write it to the hard drive for real layman terms for everyone to understand. So your brain essentially, when you sleep, writes things to its hard drive. So if you ruin its sleep, it can't do that as well. So you don't remember as much stuff. And it's the same with learning skills, like technical skills if you're playing a sport or anything else. Um, it does a lot of that while you're sleeping. So get as much as you can.
Agree. The only thing we're cycling here is REM sleep. Let's go.
Yeah, get as much as you can.
Right. Catch you in the next one.
Yeah.